do your best to crystal ball you're the first Raiders quarterback to throw a pass in a regular season game in the new Raiders Death Star in Las Vegas, Nevada, would be, as you sit here right now, your best guess would be fill in the blank.
Oh, that is a heck of a good question.
Thank you.
Because we all know John's views as to quarterbacks and, the grass being greener and my eyes are on the other person. And I guess if you're to put the proverbial gun to my head, which I kind of feel like you're doing right now, and I say that in a good way because it's what makes you good at what you do.
Thank you, Amy.
I guess I would say it's Carr, but that doesn't mean they don't add another quarterback or quarterbacks either through free agency, because there are some very attractive ones, or through the draft, or both.
But it is a viable supposition and the reputation that John isn't always thoroughly enamored with the quarterback he has.
Remember that meme or whatever you call it that we all saw a while ago with the guy walking with one woman down the street and he's turning around and looking at the other woman? Yes. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Well, the guy could be John. The woman to his right could be his current quarterback, whoever that is. And he's turning around and looking at another quarterback, whoever that is. I mean, that is just the perfect way to encapsulate it.
Well done. So it is accurate. That is an accurate portrayal of the way John looks at quarterbacks, right?
My experience.
He loved Gannon, though, didn't he? He loved Rich.
He did. That is true. That is true. And those two had a very, very strong symbiotic relationship.
Right. So
really good point.
Like Gannon would be, to use the meme, Gannon would be both quarterbacks. Both women in that meme, right?
Oh, you're getting deep now with the meme analysis.
Well, I'm trying.
The other thing about Carr, though,
yes.
and this goes to whether it's Carr or I was asked the other day about Cam Newton in Carolina. If you're going to change quarterbacks or coaches or make any business decision, whether sports or otherwise, you better ask yourself the question, and do what? And the answer to that question better be at least as good at the status quo, if not better. Because if someone, all through my career, some people would say, you ought to get rid of this quarterback, you ought to get rid of this coach. And I would say, and do what? Because if you don't have a good answer that's as good or better than the status quo, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, there is a 6-time Super Bowl champion in Tom Brady. I mean, that's the ultimate, is that, knowing Gruden as well as you do you think that he is currently sitting right now whenever he has a moment, or he pulls Mayock to the side, or it was at the Combine, or at any moment, maybe he's with Mark Davis at the Fury Wilder fight or something, where Brady is definitely on his radar screen? Amy?
I would think Brady's on the radar screen of many, many teams. And look, Brady brings something beyond on-field skill. And as applies to the Raiders and the Chargers in particular, he brings something from a business perspective. Both the Raiders and the Chargers, and I'm leaving the Rams out because they have Goff at quarterback, and I ain't taking on my Cal Bear, okay? Let's just leave Cal Bears aside.
Right.
So looking at the Chargers and the Raiders, they both have product to sell in new buildings, markets to capture, business to conduct, fans to win over in their new, obviously there's tremendous Raider fans who will travel with the team to Vegas, but they're in a new market just like the Chargers are, and Brady helps from a business standpoint as well.